Oh,
Oh my gosh, you're so freaking funny, Kitty. Facebook, hi, it's me, the lady that has no life and 723 interviews now. Yeah, coming at you here on Comic Spot today with somebody you've got to get to know and love. Before I introduce her, I have to tell you about my only paid sponsor. Who wants to lose a paying sponsor? I don't. My sponsor is ahabroadway.org. So if you are a child, or you're a senior, or you're a military veteran, go there because they offer acting, improv, and comedy classes for reduced prices, and they do a bang up job. So ahabroadway.org, we salute you. Thank you so much for serving our veterans and being a sponsor. But today we have a special guest you're gonna love. I adored her from the minute I saw her. I don't even know if I'm using the right pronouns, so just correct me. I'm old.
you're fine.
Okay. Anyway, so here's the intro for Kitty Pineapple sitting there in the other square. She's I'm going to leave out pronouns. Originally from Hawaii, a bodybuilding comedian. Oh yeah, you do use a pronoun. She's been on Amazon TV. She'll be shooting a comedy special at the end of the month. Oh my gosh. I adore Kitty Pineapple. Like I said, the minute I saw her, I adored her. She's so hella funny. She's got persona. She's got delivery. She's the whole package. She's star quality. You better book her or you're going to have me to deal with. So get on it. Kitty Pineapple, welcome to Comic Spot. Woo!
Hi, Linda.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, other than messing up every intro I ever do.
Oh, tell me about it. I've done it so many times, so you're good.
Talk to me about being from Hawaii and things you did as a kid that were funny. So we get a picture of how it came into your life.
You know, growing up in Hawaii, I was always the quiet one. I was never, ever the funny person. So when I came out as a comedian, people were like, what? I don't see you as being entertaining at all. And I was like, oh, my heart was hurt.
Yeah.
But like after the first show that they saw, they're like, oh my God, I think you can do it. I'm like, yeah, that's why I did it. So, so yeah. And then ever since then, I mean, and I started late as a comedian. I was 20 when I started. And before that, I was always the shy type. So, yeah.
And so did comedy bring you out of your shell or?
I don't know if comedy brought me out of it probably did, because I was at a MLM, a multi-level marketing business meeting. And the only reason why I signed up for that business is because I wanted to do the speeches and make people laugh.
No
It
way.
wasn't soon after that I realized I just wanted to make people laugh. I don't want to sell anything. I just want to make people laugh. So, and from there I went full on with comedy, and I stopped selling things other than my own merch. But yes.
So do you have
And
anybody?
eyelashes.
I love, you sell those eyelashes?
Yes, I have an online store for Tori Bell. It's magnetic lashes. We also have the ones with the glue. I forget what it's called. That. And yeah, so
It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So
thank
did
you.
doing comedy, like so you weren't funny, you weren't the wisecracking person in your classroom growing up. You were shy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
at one point you knew you were funny, but you never used it publicly. And people didn't think you were funny and you did it anyway.
That is very true. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're killing it with your comedy. You're so funny. Your videos and I saw you at the Artifice with Bitsy
Oh,
and
yes.
Friends. You're like the star of the show.
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun show. I loved it. What's his name? Bitsy was so awesome for having me, and I think he's gonna have me come back again soon.
You better. He has to. Oh my gosh, you steal the show. People love you. What's up with the fact that you're so unique? You're so funny. You make likable a good word, you know? Like I'm likable, but I don't do likable like you do likable. You know that fine line of saying what you feel, not caring what they say, and being uber likable. So how did that come about that you can be who you are and be so likable?
Okay, well, I've never actually talked about this or answered this question before, but I'm gonna tell you before I became Kitty, I was I always second guessed myself. I always you know, but when for some reason when Kitty was born, when this started happening, I stepped out of the shell. I was like, you know what? I don't care. If people love it, they love it. If they don't, they don't. They're gonna find something that they do love eventually. So I feel like this has been kind of lying dormant forever. Like, let me out.
Yeah.
So
So
I did,
beautiful.
and here we are.
Oh, you know, when we're watching you, we're watching a flower that's just bloomed. So I'm glad you pointed that out because it's so fresh and it's so unique and it's so wonderful and it's so great for, you know, people to see how happy you are in your own skin, whatever that is. There's nothing worse than watching a comedian who's like a bad ice skater and you're waiting for him to fall, you know, literally or figuratively off the stage. And you get up there and you own the stage and you own who you are today. And I just love that. I don't have to worry if you're going to do a good job and you knock it. I can't say enough about who you are on stage. And that's why I wanted to get to know you off stage, you know. So you came
Okay.
from Hawaii.
Yes.
You have brothers and sisters? Are you from a small family, rich family? How was growing up for you?
I have a younger sister. She's a nurse, and that's about it. Small family, just me and my parents and my sister. And she went to an all-girls school. I, at the time, went to an all-boys school, and
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of things to do in Hawaii that you can get in trouble doing, you know, like that's where Dog the Bounty Hunter
oh
has
yeah.
made a living. And
Yes, luckily I've never run into him. I mean, it would have been cool if I did. I have no reason for him to be hunting me or anything, but yeah.
what's the best part of growing up in Hawaii? I'm sure people would love to know that from your perspective.
The best part about growing up in Hawaii is you can go anywhere without money and still have a good time. Here in Vegas, there's nothing you can do without money. You go, if you step out of your car, you have to go to the gas station. So,
It's
I
true.
mean, if anything, you can walk your dog here in Vegas and that's it. But in Hawaii, you can go to the beach. You can go to the park, play what frisbee, volleyball, anything you want, and hang out with your family for free if you go to their house because you're drinking their drinks and eating their food. So it's free there too. So yeah.
Yeah. So you were in Hawaii, which I think it's still an island, right?
It's a state too now. Yes. It's the 50th one. Yeah. You don't need a passport.
Do you know my sister yesterday went to Hawaii? She's on the Big Island.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that fascinating? My
Oh wow,
sister is
yes,
over.
yes. And to answer your question, yes, it is still an island. The moment more land comes around it, then it'll stop. But until then, yeah.
When global warming dries up the ocean, then you'll be able to
Yeah.
walk. So you, at one point, you decided to desert your family off the island and come here to the mainland. So what was that transition like?
It was at first scary because I had nothing for me going. I had nothing. I had a full-time job in Hawaii, and I had nothing going for me in wherever I went. And the reason why I left is because I got married and started a life there. Married to a woman, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
People would be shocked to hear that. They're like, wait, what? How does that? I mean, it works for some people, different strokes, different votes, but yes.
So were you married as before you transitioned, or did you marry? I don't know how to talk. Laugh at me. Just laugh.
You don't
at
know
me.
how to have these conversations, and that's okay. That's fine, because I don't either. Because
Cool.
full disclosure, I don't know if anyone told you, but I'm a male, and
Cool.
and I live life as one for the most part. But when I become Kitty, that's all there is. It's just Kitty. I guess you could call Kitty the upgraded version of who I am. And yeah, I
So
really, I don't.
you get to live as both.
I do. I get to live as both. I have options, especially when it comes to
Cool.
the restrooms.
So you have a wide variety of people who can be attracted to you. I'm 70 years old. I got to tell you, I'm not looking for a hookup, but you're sexually attractive.
I've been told, it's so weird when my male friends, when I show them, if they've never seen Kitty, and I show them a picture of Kitty, they look like, for an uncomfortable amount of time. I'm like, listen, bro, I am right here, okay? But don't worry. I get it. I would do me too. So yeah.
I was looking at you before you got on stage, and I thought, hot body, wonderful personality, great smile. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know. I was attracted, and I'm not looking for a hookup. I'm just saying you're gorgeous. That should be
Thank
okay to say. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, you should have seen the earlier versions of me.
Let's
You see,
talk
I
about.
started
Yeah.
okay, I was a radio personality in 2012.
No
Okay,
way.
that 2012, or I mean 2010, 2012, for those 2 years. And all it was a voice. That's all I was. I was a voice and a personality. And then in 2018, someone said, hey, where's Kitty? Let's bring her back. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. So I put on a face, and oh my goodness, it was, let me just say, I was very funny. And that's all there was to me. And I actually had my own show that I headlined in 2018. And looking back at that show and the photos from that show, I'm actually getting mad at my friends. I'm like, you let me go out looking like that? Who are you?
Oh my gosh. So how did that go?
Well,
Even though you
the
look back
show
at it and think it isn't that good, but how did it go at the time?
at the time, the show was good. Everybody loved it. They had fun. And then 2020 hit, everybody was locked down. And you know what? And I was like, everything I do, I've tried to do very well at. I'm Kitty. Why can't I look pretty? So I went on YouTube, looked up some tutorials, and I learned how to do it. And I'm like, oh, that's it? Okay, cool. And so here I am with this fascination for makeup. I was a graphic designer and a painter artist, so makeup came a little bit easier for me.
Yeah, you do a great job with the makeup and the hair and the outfits, and you're like a total star package. And the comedy. You're not just fluffernutter. You got serious jokes. You got the presentation, you got the delivery, you got the punchlines, you got it all. You are a star.
Thank you.
I want to see you on AGT or something like that. I think
One day.
win. You could win the whole thing, Kitty.
America's Got Talent. That would be so fun. Interestingly enough, I was supposed to do it in 2019, not as a comedian, but as a magician's assistant.
Wow,
So
that's
that
not
would have
good
been
enough for you.
it would have been a cool step in the door, foot in the door. I'm like, hey, by the way, I do comedy. I think I can make America laugh.
Yes. I think America needs to see Kitty on an AGT or American Idol or something, some big stage like that.
One day, I hope. I'll just say this, because I mean, I don't really talk about these things, especially as Kitty, but I'm not sure how to categorize myself, because I'm not trans. Uh, I'm a male, but I also like looking pretty.
That's so cool.
So I don't know where I place myself. Actually, a comedy club said they would never book me because I'm not really trans. I'm like, but come on. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not like, I'm not like, what is that? Appropriating anything? Is there, can you appropriate appropriators? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy not to book you for anything besides how your comedy is.
Exactly. And I don't talk about the community, the LGBT community. I don't talk about them. I don't talk about trans, or I just talk about my life and how I lived it.
Yeah. And I like the way you go on stage and you don't focus on who they're perceiving. You just go into your comedy and people are standing there, sitting there, watching you going, I wonder. And you just bring the comedy so much that that disappears. And that's what should happen in life, is we should listen to people and let all those premonitions go, all those stereotypes. So you do that.
Yeah, I do open with one thing to get that out of the way. I tell them, you've got questions. You're probably wondering if I'm a female bodybuilder or a buff guy in drag. And then I tell them who I am, and then boom, gets a laughter. That's out of the way. Now I can tell the jokes.
Yes, yes. That's like me, I'm 70 and I don't like my resting bitch face. I don't want to put that on anybody. So I now start out with, I know I smile way too much, and there's a reason for it. And then I give a goofy reason that pops in my head, and then when I tell a joke, I know I'm smiling too much like this. And then I go, I told you, I warned you. I can't help it. I can't help smiling too much. You can't help what you are. You can't.
No.
The same deal. So
yeah.
Talk to me about bodybuilding, because I took a bodybuilding class and I do a lot of resistance stuff because I have osteoporosis and osteoarthritis and I am in a lot of pain. So I'm always moving. I'm not into bodybuilding because I'm afraid I'll break something, but I'm into resisting in small ways. I want to hear about your bodybuilding facet of your life.
Well, I am a bodybuilder. I'm also a physique coach, or I train competitors so that they can compete on stage one day. It started in 2016 when okay. Here's the thing about me, growing up. Every time I saw something exciting, interesting, or cool, I was like, I wonder if I can do that. Graphic design, photography, videography, dancing, singing. I asked myself the same questions, and I always ended up doing it. And then same thing with comedy, and then with the makeup. I wonder if I can be pretty. and then of course the same thing with bodybuilding. I wonder if I could learn how to do it, because I didn't want to pay anybody to teach me how to do it. I just wanted to do it myself. So I learned it, and I competed in my first competition in 2016, took 5th place. I was in the top 5 category. So I got a medal in my first show. I was like, all right, this is it. I love this. And then I took a little break from comedy for a little bit. That was a mistake. And then that's when, let's see, 2 years later, someone wanted to bring back Kitty. So I was like, all right, cool. Probably a good time too, because Kitty is Kitty's a look, a voice, and a personality. The look is the hair, the voice is this, and the personality is the way I say things. And the look, she always has to have muscle. And otherwise, then she's just another girl. So yeah.
I love your total package. You are, like I said, I can't say it enough. You are already a superstar to me. You are like waiting for the world to discover you.
Thank you.
The world needs to discover you. That's how I feel about you and your comedy. What are some things off stage, away from all the things you've already accomplished? What do you want to accomplish in your young life compared to mine? or what do you want? What have you not accomplished that sounds like something you'd like to do while, before it's too late? So I know I'm in that space where I'm doing things before it's too late. You're not.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that there's anything I've ever wanted to do that I didn't do, because everything I've ever wanted to do, I ended up doing. And I think the next thing on my list to do would be to learn the saxophone. I've always been fascinated by the saxophone sound. I'm kind of stuck in the 90s when it comes to music. What's his name? Michael Bolton. Almost every 90s song had a saxophone in it. And I want to be able to play those songs.
Yeah.
And even today's songs as a cover or whatever. So yeah.
Saxophone is a beautiful instrument. It's when they bring out a saxophone in a song, I'm all about that song. Like,
oh
wow.
yeah.
Even SLNL, Saturday Night, don't they use a saxophone in that?
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. What is the thing in your life that you're most proud of?
The thing in my life that I am most proud of is, my most proud of my daughter. Yeah.
How old's your
I have
daughter?
a daughter. She just turned 17, and she is about to go to, she's wanting to go to Paul Mitchell for hair cosmetology. And I think she's gonna do it here in Las Vegas, because she's been in Hawaii this entire time. And I'm just looking forward to spending more time with her.
Wonderful. That's awesome. So what would you like to say to people to encourage the world in any way or ways? You can have 5 minutes to talk to people, as much as you want, before we sign out. I don't want to keep you too long. What would you like? What bothers you, other than religion and too much politics? You can tap into politics, but like, what bothers you about people? What hurts so bad that you want people to quit doing, or what bothers you that you want people to start doing? What mark would you like to leave on the world?
Oh, that's a good question. I've actually been thinking about this kind of all my life, and I've kind of touched on this a little bit. Excuse me. I feel like a lot of people underestimate themselves. They don't see the potential that they have in the things that they're interested in. So they just give up before they even start trying. Growing up, I've always challenged myself to do the things that scared me. Like if I saw something, like if I saw a magazine and the ad looked amazing, I was like, I want to learn how to do it. I want to learn how to make exciting and amazing ads just like that. Or if I saw if something scared me, like stand-up comedy, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to run towards it, and I'm going to do it. So I feel like I wish people would have that attitude that I don't give a shit mentality. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and you're going to love it.
I love that. I love that. That's great encouragement that people need to hear. A lot of people didn't get raised to be all that they can be. Like I was raised to shut up and not be heard, and don't be funny.
Yeah.
So when the army came calling and said, be all you can be, I was like, yeah, I'm going in the army. No, I'm just kidding. But some of us were told to shut up and don't have a voice. And a lot of people these days are still being raised that way. And it's great that you break all those barriers. And I'm glad you mentioned and encouraged people to run for what they're afraid of.
Oh yeah, because so many people will try to put you in a box and say, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're good at. This is what this is all you're ever going to do. I'm like, no, I don't believe that. And just because I'm a comedian doesn't mean I'm going to be a comedian all my life, or I'm going to be a bodybuilder all my life. I don't want to be in a box. I'm going to do what I want to do. So if I just wish that people would stop second guessing themselves. That's all.
Yes. Absolutely. How can we help Kitty Pineapple grow on social media? how are things financially? You can give me your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal, all where they can buy merch, where you're going to be performing, what are all your social media handles. Do I sound like a millennial yet?
It's perfect. I mean, I would love for my TikTok to blow up because I'm always on TikTok. If my TikTok is I'm Kitty Pine. I am Kitty Pine, not I am, but I letter M, Kitty Pine. Then you have Instagram, which is just Kitty Pine, and that's it. Yeah, that's all. And if you want my Venmo, it's SKYZPRODUCTIONS, SKYZ Productions. Send me money. That's always welcomed. Because makeup is expensive. Makeup and lashes and clothes.
I used to shoplift makeup in the 50s.
Oh my gosh.
I was a little bad girl. Oh my gosh. I wish I had some still left over to give you, but I don't. Yeah. Well, you've been absolutely amazing to take your time to come on here and open up your life for us to see who you are off stage. And I so appreciate it. And I adore you. And I wish you the best. And I'll post all over my 14,000 people, one of which might be a fan. I don't know which one, but I'll get it out there. And if you think of anything else we can promote, what about buying your merch? Do you have merch?
I have an app. I have a fitness app. If people are interested, they can message me on social media. What my fitness app will do, it will show you it will give you the set of exercises that you would need to do. It'll tell you how many times to do it and how many reps and to do it. As also there is a food app that helps people because that's 80% of your results. So if you want to get results, not just exercise, but eat the right foods in the right amounts. So there's that. There's 2 apps. And if you're interested in that, hit me up on social media and I can help you.
Wonderful. That's awesome. I'm going to hit you up on the app for the fitness app.
All right. Perfect.
I want to get back in shape.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Awesome.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Coach.
Thank you, Linda.
Bye. Kitty Pineapple,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.